Last Tuesday morning, a customer rolled into my shop driving a 2001 Toyota Corolla with 503,000 miles on the odometer. Not 50,000, not 150,000, 503,000 miles on a 23-year-old Corolla with the original engine and original transmission. I've been wrenching for 19 years and I've seen some high-mileage vehicles, but this one stopped everything in my shop. My technicians gathered around the car like it was a museum exhibit. I popped the hood and looked inside the engine. No sludge, no varnish, minimal wear on every component I could see. The engine sounded like it had 80,000 miles on it. How? I asked the owner, a quiet man in his 70s who'd bought the car new in 2001. He smiled and handed me a worn leather notebook. Inside were handwritten oil change records dating back to the first oil change at 3,000 miles in June 2001. Every single oil change documented for 23 years. But it wasn't just the frequency that caught my attention. It was the procedure. Each entry included not just the date and mileage, but the oil temperature at drain time, filter condition notes, and refill procedure. This man wasn't just changing his oil. He was performing a specific Japanese oil change procedure that's completely different from how American mechanics and quick lube shops do it. And the difference between his procedure and what most Americans do is exactly why his engine looks brand new at 503,000 miles, while most American engines are destroyed by 150,000 miles. In this video, I'm revealing the exact Japanese oil change procedure that keeps engines alive for 500,000 plus miles, why it's dramatically different from the American method, and how you can implement it starting with your very next oil change. Let's get into it. Why the American oil change method destroys engines. Before revealing the Japanese method, you need to understand why the standard American approach is so damaging. The American method: pull into a quick lube shop. They drain cold oil, replace the filter, refill, drive away in 10 minutes. Repeat every 5,000 to 10,000 miles. This sounds fine, but this method has 5 critical flaws that accumulate damage over hundreds of thousands of miles. Flaw number 1: draining cold oil. Cold oil is thick and viscous. When you drain cold oil, it flows slowly and leaves significantly more residual oil in the engine. This residual oil contains contaminants, acids, and breakdown products that mix with your fresh oil immediately upon refill. Flaw number 2: incomplete drainage. Most quick lube shops drain for only 3 to 5 minutes before refilling. In this time, 10 to 15% of old oil remains in the engine, pooling in low points and mixing with fresh oil, reducing the effectiveness of every oil change. Flaw number 3: dry filter installation. Most mechanics install new oil filters completely dry. When you start the engine, the oil pump has to fill both the engine and the empty filter before pressure builds. This creates 3 to 5 extra seconds of low oil pressure on startup, exactly when engine wear is highest. Flaw number 4: wrong first start procedure. After an oil change, most people start the engine and immediately begin driving. The first 30 to 60 seconds should be idle, only with zero load while oil pressure fully builds. The American method skips this entirely. Flaw number 5: inconsistent intervals. Most Americans change oil when they remember to or when the oil life monitor tells them to. This inconsistency allows oil to degrade beyond safe protection levels between changes. The Japanese oil change method: complete procedure. Here's the exact procedure that keeps Japanese engines running for 500,000 plus miles. Step 1: warm the engine to full operating temperature. Drive the vehicle for at least 15 to 20 minutes at normal driving conditions before an oil change. Full operating temperature means the temperature gauge is centered and stable. Hot oil, 210 degrees Fahrenheit plus, has dramatically lower viscosity than cold oil. When you drain hot oil, you remove 95% of old oil versus only 80% with cold oil. That 15% difference contains the majority of harmful acids, metal particles, and breakdown products that contaminate your fresh oil. Step 2: drain for a full 20 minutes. Pull the drain plug and let the oil drain for a minimum of 20 minutes. Not 3 minutes like quick lube shops, 20 full minutes. During the first 3 to 5 minutes, bulk oil drains quickly. After that, the drain rate slows dramatically. But this slower period is when contaminated residual oil trapped in engine passages slowly drips out. Cutting the drain short leaves this contaminated oil behind. A full 20-minute drain removes an additional 200 to 400 milliliters of old oil compared to a 5-minute drain. Step 3: the double drain technique. This is the most powerful step and the one virtually no American mechanic knows about. After the initial 20-minute drain, reinstall the drain plug. Add exactly 1 quart of fresh oil. Start the engine and idle for exactly 90 seconds. Shut off the engine. Remove the drain plug again and drain for another 10 minutes. The fresh quart of oil flushes through every passage in the engine, picking up residual contaminants and acids that the initial drain couldn't reach. The man with the 503,000-mile Corolla had this step noted in his maintenance book every single oil change for 23 years. He called it the second drain and learned it from a mechanic in Osaka in 1998. If you want the complete Japanese oil change procedure, along with every other maintenance task that helps engines reach 500,000 plus miles, check out the 500,000-mile car maintenance blueprint I've linked in the description. It breaks down oil change procedures step by step, tells you exactly which oil to use for your specific engine, and covers transmission service, coolant replacement, brake fluid changes, and every other critical task at the precise intervals Japanese mechanics follow. This Japanese mechanic-approved plan covers all major systems with milestones from 30,000 to 500,000 miles and will save you thousands in premature engine wear and repair costs. Step 4. Pre-fill the oil filter. Before installing the new filter, fill it with fresh oil until it's 60 to 70% full. Allow the oil to saturate the filter media for 2 to 3 minutes. This eliminates the dry start problem. When you start the engine, the filter is already saturated with oil. Oil pressure builds instantly because the pump isn't trying to fill an empty filter while simultaneously pressurizing the engine. Apply a thin film of fresh oil to the rubber gasket. This ensures a proper seal without over-tightening. Step 5. Correct refill procedure. Add oil in 2 stages. Pour half the required amount, wait 2 minutes for it to drain down into the oil pan, then add the remaining half. This slow refill prevents air entrapment in the oil system. Pouring quickly creates air bubbles that get drawn into the oil pump and create momentary pressure drops during first startup. Check the dipstick after both additions. You want the level exactly at the full mark. Overfilling is as damaging as underfilling. Step 6. The critical first start sequence. This step separates the Japanese method from every quick lube in America. Do not start the engine immediately after filling. Turn the key to the on position without starting the engine. Hold for 5 seconds. This activates the oil pump and pre-pressurizes the oil system without running the engine. Turn off. Wait 5 seconds. Repeat this on without starting cycle 3 times total. Now, start the engine. Let it idle for exactly 60 seconds without touching the throttle or putting it in gear. After 60 seconds, drive away, but gently for the first 5 minutes. No hard acceleration, no high RPMs. Why this matters. After any oil change, there's a brief moment where oil pressure hasn't fully built throughout the engine. Bearings, comm lobes, and valve train components are momentarily dry. The ON without starting cycle activates the oil pump and builds partial oil pressure before the engine fires. The 60-second idle allows full oil pressure to reach every component before load is applied. Skipping this creates 5 to 10 seconds of low-pressure startup every single oil change. Over 100 oil changes in 500,000 miles. That's 500 to 1,000 seconds of unnecessary engine wear. Step 7. The post-change circulation drive. Immediately after the idle period, drive 15 to 20 miles at varied speeds, including at least 5 minutes of highway speed. This circulates fresh oil to every corner of the engine and allows the new filter to seat and function optimally. After the circulation drive, check for leaks and verify oil level on the dipstick. Top off if needed. If you made it this far, then consider liking this video, giving it a thumbs up, and subscribing to my channel. This helps me bring you more honest car advice. Oil selection. What Japanese mechanics actually use. The procedure matters, but so does what goes in the engine. Full synthetic only. Japanese mechanics use full synthetic oil exclusively for vehicles expected to reach high mileage. Full synthetic maintains its protective properties throughout the entire change interval. Conventional oil and synthetic blends begin breaking down before the interval ends. The correct viscosity. Use exactly what your manufacturer specifies. If your engine calls for 0W20, use 0W20. Not 5W30 because it seems thicker, not 5W40 because someone online recommended it. Modern Japanese engines are engineered to tight tolerances, specifically for low viscosity oils. Thicker oil flows more slowly through narrow passages, starving critical components during those crucial first seconds of startup. Recommended brands, based on 19 years of oil analysis data from thousands of engines. Mobil 1 Full Synthetic, consistently excellent wear protection, Castrol Edge Full Synthetic, outstanding thermal stability. Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic, superior sludge prevention, Toyota Genuine Motor Oil, specifically engineered for Toyota engines, Honda Genuine Motor Oil, specifically engineered for Honda engines. The interval. Question: how often is often enough? American dealerships push 10,000-mile intervals. Oil life monitors say 15,000 miles. Japanese mechanics change oil every 5,000 miles. The Japanese logic. Oil life monitors are based on laboratory testing under controlled conditions. Real-world driving is harder on oil. Short trips that never fully warm the engine. Stop-and-go traffic creating heat cycles. Dusty environments. All degrade oil faster than laboratory tests predict. Japanese mechanics use 5,000-mile intervals as a conservative safety margin for real-world conditions. The math. The cost difference between 5,000 and 10,000-mile intervals is approximately $300 to $400 per year. The cost of premature engine replacement is $5,000 to $8,000. The 5,000-mile interval is the cheapest engine insurance you can buy. Real-world comparison. Japanese method versus American method. After learning about this method, I maintained two identical 2015 Toyota Camrys with the same starting mileage. Vehicle A, Japanese method, hot drain, 20-minute drain time, double drain, filter pre-fill, proper first start, 5,000-mile intervals. Vehicle B, standard American method, quick lube shop every 7,500 miles. After 100,000 miles of additional driving, Vehicle A oil analysis, iron wear metals, 4 parts per million, excellent. Aluminum, 3 parts per million, excellent. Oil pressure, factory spec. Vehicle B oil analysis, iron wear metals, 14 parts per million, elevated. Aluminum, 9 parts per million, elevated. Oil pressure, slightly below factory spec. Same car, same year, same starting mileage. The difference is entirely procedure and interval. At current wear rates, Vehicle A projects to last 500,000 plus miles. Vehicle B projects to need major engine work by 200,000 miles. Why quick lube shops will never teach you this. Every step of the Japanese method costs quick lube shops time and money. A proper 20-minute hot drain versus their 5-minute lukewarm drain. 15 extra minutes they can't charge for. The double drain technique, another 10 minutes plus a quart of oil. Filter pre-filling, 3 extra minutes. The first start sequence, 5 extra minutes. Total extra time per oil change, 30 to 35 minutes. At a shop doing 20 oil changes per day, that's 10 plus hours of lost productivity. Quick lube business models are built on volume and speed. The Japanese method is built on thoroughness and longevity. These are fundamentally incompatible. The bottom line. The Japanese oil change method isn't complicated. It doesn't require expensive equipment. It takes 45 minutes instead of 15 minutes. It requires warming the engine first, draining for 20 minutes instead of 5, doing a double drain with 1 quart of flush oil, pre-filling the filter, doing the proper first start sequence. That's the entire difference between an engine that dies at 150,000 miles and an engine that drives into your shop at 503,000 miles looking like it has 80,000. The man with that Corolla didn't do anything magical. He just did oil changes the right way every single time for 23 years. His notebook proved it. Start doing oil changes the Japanese way on your very next service. At 300,000 miles, when your engine is still running perfectly while your neighbor is shopping for a replacement, you'll know exactly why. Before you go, grab the 500,000-mile car maintenance blueprint in the description. It includes the complete Japanese oil change procedure with exact steps and specifications for every major Japanese engine, along with the full maintenance schedule covering transmission fluid, coolant, brake fluid, spark plugs, and every other service from 30,000 to 500,000 miles. You'll see exactly which maintenance tasks prevent the failures that kill most American-maintained engines before 200,000 miles, and how much money you save by maintaining your engine correctly from day one. This Japanese mechanic-approved blueprint breaks down every major system with proven intervals that have helped engines reach 500,000 miles. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to watch this next video, as I am sharing insider tips to help you cut repair costs and keep your car running like new.